Well, hello everyone and welcome to this guide on how to set up Skool for someone else. If you're a freelancer, virtual assistant, or an agency owner, you've probably realized that community management is a high-ticket service of recent times. Every creator, coach, and business owner wants a Skool group, but almost none of them want to build it themselves. Well, today I'll be showing you exactly how to set up a professional Skool community for someone else. We're going to cover the ownership transfer process, how to structure the classroom using the brand new native video hosting, and how to bake the gamification so your client retention rates can skyrocket. I'll show you how to set up yourself as an admin so you can manage the group long-term as a recurring service. If you'd like to try Skool yourself, you can follow along and use my link in the description to get a free 14-day trial and explore the platform firsthand. So, let's get to work. Now, when you're setting up Skool for a client, you have two choices. Build it on your account and transfer it, or have them create their account and invite you. Well, I'd recommend the transfer method for the most professional done-for-you experience. Start by hitting the Create Group option at the top left corner right here. You can see the name of this existing group, and then you can see the Switch Communities button right here. Click on the drop down and you have the option to create a community. Now, if you click on Create a Community, you need to pick a name, but make sure the URL slug is something they want to keep, because changing this later can be a headache for SEO. So after clicking on Create, you're going to see Create Your Community. Click on it, and then of course you have the hobby and the pro plan. So once you're done selecting the option, you're going to click Try for free, then you're going to put in a group name. So we have Productivity Central, and we're going to click on Start Free Trial. Great, so we have Productivity Central right here, but there are some things you need to do. You're going to come over to Settings, and then under General, you have your icon and the cover image. So you want to put in the icon and cover image. And then once you're done with that, you have your group name, of course, and the group description. This is important if you want others to get a glimpse of what you'll be providing or offering at a glance of your group description. So once you're done with that, you're going to click on the X, and then you're going to go to the About section. In the About section, you can also have a video uploaded here. Anyone who visits your group or community will get to play the video and learn what you have to offer as well. So go ahead and embed your sales video and write a description that focuses on the transformation the community provides. Then use block headers to break down the what's included section so that it's clean on mobile. The next thing you need to focus on is structuring the classroom and native video. So you're going to click on Classroom right here, and you'll need to create a new course. So click on New Course, provide the course name and the course description, and then decide if you want to have it as level unlock, a buy now option, a time unlock option, or private community. But of course, if this is something that needs to bring in revenue, you want to choose one of these or leave it open for now. So as you can see right here, add your course. We have Understanding Yourself. That will be the first course, and you can see the description. Helping you establish the foundation and key insights to your strengths and limitations. And then of course you choose the level you'd like to unlock this, and then upload your cover. Then click on Add. Now you can see Understanding Yourself, but there is nothing here. Well, as this is your job, you just simply need to come over to the three dots, add a page or add a folder. It's great to add a folder, but of course, because this is your first course, you just want to add a page. Basically, if you add a folder, you can give that folder a name, such as week 1, and then you can add a page such as day 1. So you get the idea of the hierarchy. Add a folder, then add a page under the folder. But because we have this Understanding Yourself as a first main folder, we can simply decide to add a page. And this is the page you have right here. So we're going to click on the pencil icon right here, or of course you can click on the three dots and click on Edit Page, and this will make itself available for you to make some edits. So instead of just having new page, we can say Phase 1, identify your image. Great, so if we click on Save, this is going to change to exactly what we have right here. Great, so this is not all. So we need to click on the pencil icon once again, and then decide to add some more things, such as a paragraph, and then you could use the Add Here, which is a drop down where you can add a resource link, resource file, a transcript, or pin as community post. Then of course, if you want to click on resource link, you could add a label and a URL. This could be a URL to a YouTube video or anything else. Then of course you have your formatting options right here, and then you can add an image, add a link, a horizontal rule, and a video. So if you have phase 1 identify your image, you can click on the horizontal line, and that helps to keep things a little bit more organized. So you can go ahead and use these options here to make the content or the product make some more sense. Once you're done, you want to click on save, and this is how you get to stock your classroom with some information. Of course, if this is for the client, it is expected to have all these details as some of the files for creating a Skool community. Now, after you've stocked your classroom with different modules, different pages, and folders, we'd like to explain the gamification and habit loop. Before we do that, we'd like to remind you that if you want to try Skool yourself, you can go ahead and use my link in the description below to get a free 14-day trial and explore the platform firsthand. Now, the reason clients stay on Skool is the gamification. If you don't set this up, you aren't providing full value. So we're going to go over to leaderboards, and then right here you have level 1 to level 9. In order to change these, you can come over to the settings gear icon right here, click on it, and then change the names. So for the first level, you could call this Startup. The third level, let's call it Scaler. And let's say for the 9th level, you could call this CEO. Great, click and save, and you'll see the changes right here. You have Startup, level 3 at Scaler, level 9 at CEO. Of course, you want to make sure that you're having these other levels edited. So, how do we use these? We're going to go back to the classroom, then select our first course, or any course for that matter, because you might have some other courses, and then you're going to click on the 3 dots right here, click on Edit Course, and then choose Level Unlock. Members unlock at a specific level. So, because you want your members to be active and they will get rewarded, you can decide to select the level unlock, and then access starts at, say, level 3. And what was level 3? Scaler, right? So you're going to put in a cover, of course, and then click on save. And then if you had other courses in this classroom, understanding yourself will be at level 3, which is the scaler option. If we click on the leaderboards, just to show you, you can see understanding yourself. At this point, it's 0% of the members, but of course, with every course, the level 1, the startup, will be for 100% of the members. This will be updating as the members are progressing to level 3. So for anyone to get to level 3, they need to finish level 1, progress to level 2, and then get rewarded with this course in level 3. So you can use the same principle for other levels. Now I'd like to talk about the administrative setup. Here in the Members tab, you see yourself as the owner. You can see right here, owner. Now once you invite your client to the group, you'll need to click the gear icon next to their name and select make them admin. So how do you actually invite your client? You can simply click on invite right here and then copy this link and send it to them. If you have your email, of course, you can put in their email and then send it using this button after putting their email right here. Now, you also have to let your client know that the admin can do almost everything. You can manage members, edit the classroom, and delete posts. However, only the owner handles the billing and the Stripe integration. So even though you might have successfully added your client as the admin, they will need to become the owner eventually in order to handle billing and Stripe integration. If you're acting as a community manager for hire, you want to remain the admin. This gives you the keys to the kingdom to run the day-to-day operations while the client maintains the financial ownership. So how do you actually hand over ownership? Once the build is complete and the client has approved the design, it's time for the ownership transfer. This is a permanent move, so make sure to do it only after you've been paid. So after adding the client, we had to go over to members and we noticed that Ethan Byrne, which is a client for this tutorial. So you're going to have your client here, and then you're going to click on membership, and then here you can see role, tier, etc. You're going to click on change and then make them admin. After you've made them admin and you're sure you've done everything and all the work has been done and the payments have been made, you can go ahead and make them an owner. The owner option is not selected at this point because it's just a member. You need to move to admin and then come back here and then make them the owner. This feature is only available on the paid plans. So once that criteria is met, you're free to do exactly what you came here for. Now here's something important to take note of. Once you transfer ownership, the group will briefly archive until the new owner, your client, inputs their own card info for the subscription. You need to warn your client about this ahead of time so they don't panic when the group disappears for a few minutes. After they pay, you'll remain the admin unless they manually remove you, thus allowing you to continue your managerial services if they choose to allow you as the admin. As you can see right here, remove from group or ban from group. In conclusion, setting up Skool for someone else is one of the most profitable skills you can have right now. By mastering the Pro Plan features, handling the native video uploads, and executing seamless ownership transfer, you can position yourself as an indispensable partner in your client's business. So don't just build a group. Build a habit engine that makes your client's life easier. Start with the basics, get to the branding right, and then walk them through their own dashboard so they feel confident about taking the reins. Don't forget that if you'd like to try Skool yourself, you can follow along and use my link down below in the description to get a free 14-day trial and explore the platform firsthand. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.